Yeah, so while I'm in here, I want, might as well learn all I can learn from these guys, We got fluid evacuators over here, so. Twin power turbo. If I had to guess, this is a, let me see, I should know a little something. Let me see, X-ray, this is not a M40. I have no idea what engine this is. Is it B? A B48? I got it right? Oh, yeah, let's go. B48. What is this, inline six?
Yeah.
Let's go, BMW. How do you feel about that, Sean? You think they should have got away from the V8s, or you okay with the inline sixes?
They're all right, but it's hard to beat an E90 M3.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, the truth. And it's nothing but the truth.
All right, so what we're gonna talk about today is water leaks. You can tell by the glorious weather we got going on right now that it's not too great outside. BMWs are pretty notorious for clogging their sunroof drains. If you live in the West Coast or desert area, it probably doesn't affect you, but if you're in the South, anywhere with trees and pollen, this will affect you. Possible that maybe y'all have gotten into your car and you've noticed that your floorboard was wet, and 9 out of 10 times that's caused by a clogged sunroof drain, and I'll show you how to unclog them. So this is pretty much solely for your floorboards. If you get in your driver's seat and your driver's floorboard's wet or your passenger floorboard's wet, you have drains that run down the front on either side and then on the rear on either side. The rears don't really get clogged up that often that I've noticed, but I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you can see. So what you wanna do is you wanna get like a compressed air gun and put the air gun in that hole and then blow compressed air through it. And what that does is it unclogs your drains, and then to test it, you get a cup of water and then you just pour some in here, which I'll show you. This one is not leaking that I'm aware of, so it's probably draining. It's not filled with water, but I'm gonna show you how it drains, or where the drains come out. So we should be able to put water in this cassette and have the water flow out the drain and come out the bottom of the car. On people that have 5s and 7 series, you have control units that are bolted like right in front of where the drain is, and if the drain's clogged, water will run down and run over the control units and then damage your control units and cause them to fail. I've seen multiple 7 series when they've come in with multiple control units submerged in water. So basically you just get a water bottle, you see it draining?
Oh, yeah. Never knew that.
Yes. So if your drains aren't draining, get a compressed air gun, put the tip of it into the drain and just blow air through it, and then test it with water to make sure that it's actually draining properly. Because if you let these things get clogged up and they do fill up your car, it could potentially damage multiple modules, and it could be thousands for something so stupid. Now your sunroofs are draining. I'd recommend trying to clean those out probably every other year, especially if you live in a high pollen area and you park under trees, etc. So the drains, any vehicle with a sunroof has drains, ranging from your cars from the 70s up until 2025s. So obviously your 2025 is not going to be clogged. Hopefully, probably shouldn't have to clean that for a couple of years, but all the other vehicles, whether it's a 3, an X5, it don't matter. If it has a sunroof, it has a drain.
What's up, guys? Stan at Atlas. I want to bring you your new 2-car solution. First off, we got a 2018 430i, silver on red M Sport, around 86,000 miles. And then behind it, for the wife and kids, you got a 2019 X5, B58 powered, black on black, well optioned. 2 of the nicest cars we've had in a while, so come grab them.
All right, cool. So, guys, we're going to try out something a little different over the next few episodes, few months, whatever it ends up being. We're just going to have us sit down, talk, and tell you some stories about our past and our cars and just things we've experienced in life that, got us to where we are today. So today I'm going to talk about my 2005 Lotus Elise. It was chrome orange. It had about 25,000 miles on it, and I picked it up back in, I think it was fall of 2012, we'll call it. So I've been searching for these cars for a while and browsing, everything. Back then it was Craigslist, AutoTrader, Cars.com, and I found one listed on Cars.com for a below average price, we'll call it. The guy put it up saying, "My wife is leaving me. I need this thing sold this weekend." Your typical scam you see online. But I reached out to the guy. I was like, "Hey man, tell me about this." He sent me photos of it. He sent me the VIN, checked it all out. It looked great. I was living in northern Jersey at the time. The car was listed in northern Virginia. So I talked to the guy a little bit more, trying to understand, am I going to drive 4 hours to get beaten up, right? So fortunately at that time I had a bunch of buddies from college who were living up that way. So made a trip down for the weekend, brought a cashier's check with me, met the dude, and turns out I went to college with his brother. We're all great, he was like, "Thank you so much, you're saving my marriage," which probably didn't save it, let's be real there. But I was able to get a great deal on a beautiful car. It was, man, that thing was sweet. It came with, the hard top, the soft top, and then of course you can remove them as well. So my buddy who drove me down that weekend, Mr. Jamie Mahoney, had his Toyota Tacoma, so we threw one of the tops in it, and I rode home with the soft top and kept it off for most of the time. So it was a beautiful ride. About 4 hours back home, and immediately realized that car was going to be the end of my lower back. There was no padding in the seat, super uncomfortable, but it was beautiful and fun to rip on back roads. So I get it back to Jersey. At the time I also had an E60 M5, that was my daily driver, and part of why I hate them. And was able to, use it as a weekend toy. Had some fun with it, put a Larini exhaust on it, messed around with my garage a bit. But after a few months of my teeth getting rattled out and my lower back getting destroyed every time I drove it, I decided to sell it. Being low miles, and 05 is the year you want on that car. And it was a beautiful color. I put it up online, and I had a gentleman reach out to me from Long Island. And so he told me he was interested, wanted to see it. And at the time I was living, I had a roommate, Mr. Ryan Farrell, the baboon, if some of you know him. Jay, you're going to have to put a photo of him here. We were living together, and the guy from Long Island wanted to come see the car. No problem. So I came out, test drove it, loved everything about it. I mean, there was nothing wrong with that thing. And then, shook hands, made a deal. And about a week later, he's like, "Okay, I got my money together, want to come out, pick it up." Great. Ryan was heading out. He had some work event that night. And so I was just going to meet the guy by myself. Figured I already met him. Got nothing to lose here, right? I was wrong. So I'm sitting there at my apartment getting some text. He's late to begin with. Okay, whatever. I figured, we might just hit traffic. He was crossing Manhattan. Things happen. Well, he shows up to my house, call it 45 minutes late. And Ryan was just walking out the door for his work event. And I go to shake the guy's hand, and his knuckles are bleeding. And I'm like, I look at Ryan, give him that look like, "Yo, bro, don't leave. I need you here." So he's like, "Yeah, let's go up to your apartment, finish this deal." I was like, "Yeah, but what happened here, man?" And he was like, "Oh man," he's like, "I'm driving through New York. Cabbie cut me off. I stopped in front of him. I dragged him out the car. I beat the snot out of him, and then I kept going." And I'm like, "You're just telling me you assaulted a man 10 minutes ago, and I'm supposed to be sitting here making a deal with you?" So, so Ryan got the message. We sat on the kitchen table. Man pulls out a shoebox, sets it down, opens it up. $30,000 in cash sitting in there in 20s. I'm like, oh my goodness. So Ryan sat there with me for probably a good 20 minutes, counting out all the bills. bloody bills, as it turns out, with this man's hands. But yeah, we make the deal, and fortunately, I never heard from him again.
Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys are nearby, come check me and Dave out. We go to Triangle Fellowship Church in the Morrisville area. And if you're nowhere near us, we just encourage you to find a church near you. And oh, looks like we got some more videos over there. So why don't you go ahead and check those out. We'll see you over there.